Hey everybody, and welcome to the Ruckus Room. I'm so excited today because I have Karen and Riggs with me. We're going to talk about their new Charboozie Before and After Bar, and we were there last night for Riggs' 60th birthday. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you're so young.
Right.
It was such a beautiful event. There were so many people in there. I was so impressed, and everything ran so smooth for being a new business. You guys must be really proud.
I'm super proud of her. It was all her idea. The
woman's always the one up front, right?
Yeah.
Who handles everything.
The beauty, the brains, the organization, the heartbeat. You're all those things, babe. Well, it's been a good episode.
Now's your pivot time.
Yeah, that's it. I'm out. It's all the compliments I can give. No, it's great. It's awesome, right? It's also a be careful what you ask for, because you go, man, I hope we open this place and people show up, and they're showing up.
Oh, there was a lot of people there last night, and it seems to be, this is the second really busy weekend in a row, and we're getting into bike week, which is going to make it even better.
Yeah, I think that was the third, it's our third weekend over the last 2 weeks. But yes, it was really busy. Every Saturday and Friday have been pretty slammed. Of course, the first weekend, when we thought we were going to have our beer and wine license that Friday, we found out that it didn't go through. And so it was the weekend of the tailgate stroll. So everyone who strolled through got to have complimentary spirits.
You guys have been more than generous with that, by the way, for the last few months of having your soft opening, waiting for those licensures to come in.
I refer to it more of a squishy opening than a soft opening. It just kind of kept morphing. But, you learn about the process.
That's a great word to describe it.
Yeah. It's my own branding. I'm going to go for it. Squishy opening.
Yeah. Is that what you want to call it?
I mean, that's
Is
what
that
it turned out to be.
inspired you to open this bar? The charcuterie squishiness?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Because it's so...
The cheese, maybe?
Yeah. Yeah.
She does a work of art with those boards, and there's nowhere else around here who does anything remotely like that. So is that what inspired you to open this place?
I think mostly what inspired us was, just being in, I guess we're above middle age demographic. We would go out at night for dinner, and like, where can we go? We don't really want to go to a club, obviously. We don't really want to go to a bar. We'd still like to go have a nightcap somewhere, maybe enjoy some acoustic, more intimate setting type of place. And where do you go? In Flagler Beach, most of the restaurants close at 8, 9 o'clock, maybe 10 on the weekends, and you're not ready to go home yet. For us, our kids are grown up, and, I know for me, I definitely waited for this part of my life because I stayed at home for a long time with my children. And, I just really wanted to have a place that was different and offered something different. I do love food. I think that charcuterie is definitely a community type of food, and I wanted to create that culture. And I bought the domain 3 years ago. So I definitely manifested this into fruition. And
you manifested this too?
I've never manifested anything before. I'm manifesting a pizza later.
I knew he was going to say that.
We'll see if it works.
I manifested that you were going to say that. I knew he was going to say pizza.
I'm trying it. It's still my birthday month. So. No, but I did see that vision come along, and I was like, well, maybe one day we could do that. But I thought that would be way in the future. Were
you behind the decor on this, or was it all your girl?
That's 99% her. And then the jellyfish bar lights.
Yeah.
Do you see those?
Super cool.
Yeah, they weigh like 10 pounds a piece. They're dangerous if you swing them around. That's why
I was trying to avoid that last night,
and a couple of the weird paintings. But yeah, it's all her eclectic taste and shopping and things that don't match, but they match.
They do. And it's
flow.
It has such a vibe to it that, like you said, there's nowhere else around here. What's been the biggest surprise to you guys after opening it that you've come across so far, in a good or bad way?
Oh, well, I mean, opening a business is tough.
You need to write a book on that.
It's so tough. I definitely would put something together for people, because we heard something different from everyone. This is how you do it. You go to the state first. No, you go to the city first. Well, no, we just opened a business and the city came, and that's not the way it went. And so I think that was the biggest surprise, that, not that we thought anything was going to be easy, because anything that's worth having requires work, right?
Yeah.
Relationships, life. And so I don't think that we thought it was going to be easy, but I don't think we thought it was going to be this difficult.
What do you think's the most difficult part? Like the liquor license part, or getting licensed, or?
Yeah.
Because I've heard nightmares about both. Yeah.
Yeah, the procedure, the paperwork, the procedure, there's no manual. And even if you know somebody who has done it before, their experience might have been slightly different, and then you're missing a document.
Was the city helpful at helping you guys get started as new business owners that want to have a business in their city? Did you guys feel they were helpful at all?
Well, they don't come knocking on your door.
Yeah.
No. I mean, as far as like you guys going down there and saying, "Hey, we're opening a business," and guiding you in the right direction.
So it was the opposite for us, because we were told you have to get the state first. So the state was trying to decide what type of licensure we would be, because our food is already prepared.
Yeah.
And we don't have a kitchen. We have a tiny little, preparation area. And we knew that the existing business prior to us did offer a small amount of charcuterie. So we knew that, we were able to do that there, but we couldn't figure out which direction we should go, because we were more retail than we are an actual restaurant. And then the state really couldn't figure it out either. So, obviously we wanted to sell more charcuterie and grab and goes, and, have desserts and things of that nature, and a place where you could pick up flowers, and if it's a bottle of wine or a last minute gift, or, whatever you're looking for, we wanted to be that place, and, carry local soaps, candles, things like that. So we were like a hybrid.
Yeah.
So the state was trying to figure out, well, should they be an ag license? Should they be a state license? So that took a little bit of time. But once the state came, and then we passed our inspection, and then it was like, well, you can do this, but if you want to prep food, then you need to put in a 3-compartment sink. And we were told that, you just have to have a dishwasher that heats up to a certain temperature. So it was little things like that. And it was just a lot of misinformation that we were given by other restaurants. And like I said, some of the people that were giving us advice have been in business for, 20 plus years. So you definitely want to listen to those people, but the protocol has changed so much.
Yeah.
And I think that was really difficult. So if you're buying a business and it's not turnkey, it could be months.
So plan 6 months easily.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would say.
Because you guys bought that place, or you started running that place back in
October.
October,
yeah,
right?
It was October.
Yeah. And you just opened 2 weeks ago. So, it's right around 5 months.
Yeah, and just, redoing things inside, adding to it, putting our own spin on it. I mean, that was, that's a few months, and money and time. And then knowing it on the backside, this is what we said, for just karma purposes, we said we should put a video together. So you want to start a business? Well, here's some things you wouldn't know. You would never know.
We're going to start at the weekend of the 500 and Valentine's Day, because that just sounds like it would be so great.
Yeah, the calendar is not our friend.
I know, right? You guys, it definitely wasn't. But it's been so good, because the cool thing about your place that sets it out is the people that go there. They're literally family. A lot of the people, it's just such a chill environment, which you don't really get that a lot. When people go to the other bars around here, or places to eat, they're in their own element. And it's just usually them. Yours is an open dynamic where everybody gets along. They all converse with each other.
It's really interactive.
It's very interactive, which is so cool in a way that it gets the public interactive with each other, where you're not just in your little group and being isolated.
And to your question a minute ago, that's the biggest surprise for me, is that whatever vision Karen had and whatever I've thrown together on top of it, that's what people, you can hear. We'll be preparing food or running beverages or doing whatever we're doing, and you can hear conversations about, from a 75-year-old woman or from a 22-year-old dude. There's something about it that they like aesthetically, which I didn't think would have that kind of wide appeal. So that's a surprise for me.
The jellyfish are definitely...
People are getting it, right?
Yeah,
there's
certain
certain
things.
in the bar, people
oh my
freak
God,
out
the
about.
pink one was just shining at me all day last night. I was like, this is awesome.
Yours.
Yeah.
That was for you.
It was calling for me.
Yeah, that's yours.
But it's so cool. You don't see tops like that. Or just like, it took a lot of time and a lot of effort. And people don't understand how much time it takes.
We love the Moxie hotels, and we had been to 3 different ones.
Oh,
and
that's
we
cool.
love their lobby. It's like
Yeah.
a whole scene. It's a hotel lobby, but people go there to hang out. So that's the kind of vibe that we wanted.
Do customers act differently because of the aesthetics and
think
because
so.
of the charcuterie boards?
I think so. I think, visually, we eat with our eyes and, attraction, so I think from the moment they walk in the door, I could see it on their face. Like, wow, this is
Not what
something
we expect.
different.
What is this?
Yeah, this is
Where the hell
not
am I?
anywhere we've been before. And, we travel a lot. And there are places that you find like this in bigger cities that are a little eclectic. And they're off of the beating path. And we try to combine some of our favorite things from multiple places we've been. So I do see the look of shock when people walk in and they're like, who created this? I'm like, it's all that happy stuff inside of our heads, And I think for both of us have had so much happen in our lives, a lot of painful things that we just want to be happy. And it's not
So now you're stressed and happy.
Yeah. I mean, he always says there's perception and there's reality. And the perception to people is that we are very happy people, and we are, even when we were in
You guys
the
make the
worst
best
times
couple.
of our life. We
People
stayed
strive
happy.
for this in life. I'm just going to say, like, this is the absolute most beautiful couple you'll ever meet. And their love story, I absolutely love it. And the way that you guys compliment each other is just fantastic. And
Thank
that
you.
shows, though, in your work and your business and stuff. And that's why I think people gravitate towards you. And it's more like a family atmosphere when people come in that bar. And
That's it. People say that it feels like they're in a friend's living room.
Yeah.
Or Dan, or or she cave, or whatever. It's a vibe that they don't expect, or that maybe nobody else really offers, because you can go to a restaurant, you can go to a bar, you can go to a lounge, but when you sit down, do you go, oh man, I feel like you forget that you're out.
Yeah, we wanted to create an experience, and we wanted to create a safe place for everyone.
Yeah.
Every walk of life, everyone is welcome there. And I can see that everybody feels like it's a safe place. And I've seen new friendships form over just the last few weeks. We have a friend who lost her husband last year, who said that this was the first Valentine's that she'd spent without him, and she wrote me the nicest message.
was she there last night?
Yeah,
I think
and
I met her. She's beautiful.
so sweet, and
Yep.
she has met some of our friends, and now they've invited her to come back. And so we've created that Cheers atmosphere, just a little more eclectic looking.
Yeah.
But
And I have not memorized everyone's name yet, but I'm gonna.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've met a lot of people. When I tell you 1,000 people literally have
yeah,
been
I'm
through
sure.
the doors of Charboozie in the last 2 weeks, that is accurate.
How do you feel the area's been with like accepting you as a new business, and like they just assume that you guys are supposed to run like somebody who's been running a business for 4 years, and like it's just supposed to be, like you said, turnkey ready, and they don't realize that new businesses take a little time to get into the groove with the new employees, the new staff, like working everything out. How do you feel this area has been when it comes towards that?
I mean,
Are they forgiving?
I mean, there's social media. Let's so
Which is horrible
There
and
are
a
a lot of
blessing.
keyboard warriors out
Yeah.
there who can be a real detriment to businesses, and that's why I've advocated for local small businesses and restaurants by having the foodie groupies for the last almost 6 years. So I've been that buffer, and now I'm seeing what they go through, and I'm like, I need a buffer.
Yeah.
I need someone to buffer us now, because this, when you're in the limelight and there's people that don't know you, you do create.
It's
some
amazing.
haters.
One comment
Yeah.
could do so much damage, and you don't even have the whole story. It's just like you said, the one side, and it's amazing.
And it's just, it's a crazy narrative that
Yeah.
these people create. Somebody wrote something on Flagler Beach for Friends. Oh, it was taking 4 people to turn on their open sign. I'm like, there wasn't even 4 people in there. And we just opened.
We don't have
you
that much staff.
literally
I know,
came
right?
in 2 minutes after we opened.
the staff of 2, they had
but
4
it's-
people out there.
If you're going to say something about any business or anybody, make sure that you're accurate in your details, and that's what I'll still fight for.
Yeah.
Even as a business owner, and I have to watch it. You have to watch what you say, and you have to handle yourself professionally. But I will never stop fighting for what we believe in. So it's just harder now because with the foodie groupies, I could kind of lay it in a little bit. Now I'm like, I got to reel it in a little bit. I'm a business owner, but we're real people, and it's a little different for us because I am the face of the foodie groupies and Riggs is the face of 95.7 The Hog. So people know us everywhere we go, and you create followers, but you create people that don't care for you.
Right.
And then I'm such an empathic person. I'm like, why don't they like me? What did I do? I didn't do anything to them.
We got to get her therapy for that.
Well,
I have gotten so much better about it. It could be hurtful. So for me, I feel like, it's just growing, and, you just have to be a little bit more forgiving when you are somebody going to a place for the first time. You have to give a little bit of grace. And everything's not going to be perfect.
No, we're figuring it out. I mean, obviously, you want to make a home run every time.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you swing and you knock it into the stands, and the other stands on the right side as opposed to the ones full.
We were going into the deep stands over there because between Bike Week, Valentine's Day, Race Week, it's like you guys are just now, and then we're getting into spring breaks and all of that fun jazz and the busy season down in Flagler Beach anyways because everyone's down there when the weather's nice. So it's only good things from here. Is there anything you guys would give advice to yourself pre-opening that you could look back now, and would you give yourself a piece of advice about opening your business, your pre-selves?
Yeah, maybe time management, and not that there was time wasted, but maybe the time I spent a lot of time really wanting to have a particular kind of bar top.
Well, it was cool though.
A lot of thought, and how much would it cost, and who could do it, and everything. And I thought, it truly doesn't matter because you're setting a drink on it anyway, or a charcuterie board.
Although I looked at it for 3 hours yesterday while I was sitting there with our friends, and it was a really cool talking point.
It was lots of wine.
That's because that wasn't my vision.
Lots of wine.
You even had to go out for second rounds to go get some wine bottles to bring in.
It was
like round 2.
Had to run to the back.
There were some wine connoisseurs in there last night.
Right.
Yeah, I mean it's been crazy, and we're constantly having to restock, and we don't really know like what we're gonna use, and we're just working out all the kinks for everything. But how it was last night was how it was last Saturday and the Saturday before. Yeah. So, it's like, well, was it that way because it's a holiday, or is it always going to be that way? And we hope that people keep, patronizing our business. And I love to see these friendships form in the walls of Charboozie. It is our happy place, and I would love to think that we could keep it that way. I think that's our goal. We're going to try to keep it as happy as we can, and that may not be realistic, but
what are you guys most excited for about in the future with this bar?
Well, the talent that we're going to bring in, because it really
musician-wise,
it's like a listening lounge.
Yeah, people don't realize you've had some really good acoustic players or people that have come in, musicians, in the last few weeks that have actually had some big names and deals and stuff, and are very talented. In the area.
And there's some small rooms in St. Augustine and Jacksonville and places that we've been to that, you get up close and personal with the artist who you might not know about, or you might already have known, and maybe they're doing a solo thing, whatever it is. We have, fortunately had enough opportunity to connect with musicians and artists to try to find some of those people.
Yeah, their job is helping that out too, and all their contacts. The first job.
Yeah, doesn't hurt.
Yeah, I mean, it's great that we've had Tiffany there. We will bringing different '80s acts are going to come to Charboozie. We have Keith Burns, who is a Grammy-nominated artist, platinum-selling artist, founding member of Trick Pony, which is a very popular country band. He's great. He's with us Friday night, acoustic. We still have some tickets left, $45, but it's a great experience to see these types of people and hear them share their stories of how they wrote the songs, and you get to hear about touring and things like that. It's a real intimate experience that you don't get to enjoy. You don't get to enjoy that when you're at a big concert.
Can you let everyone know where you're located and any events besides those that are coming up that are open to the public that they can sign up for? Or anything?
So they can find us at Charboozie Before and After on Facebook. Our website is still under construction, so that is charboozies.com. And where else, baby?
What's your social media handle, babe?
Well, it's the Charboozie Before and After.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I haven't looked it
that's what
up
we
yet.
have.
I hear it's a great place to go. I just haven't visited yet.
You don't read the reviews of your place? I'd be on there all the time being like, what's going on
We
here?
No.
haven't set up Google yet. We wanted to go through the soft opening first because we knew that we were going to have to change the hours and implement different things. And
The only day you're closed is Monday, correct? 12 day.
well, we were trying to tough it out, and then finally after last Sunday, and
You need a break. Your
I
body
said
needs a
I
break.
can't. It was my breaking point in 5 months. That was my first breaking point.
You don't
I
get a day
actually was
off.
crying a little bit, and I'm like,
No.
this
Yeah.
is overwhelming. I'm ready to go home, and I don't want to come back here for
Yeah.
a day and a half.
Right.
It happened. I did have a breaking point, but I think I did very well. 5 months.
Yeah.
Took me 5 months
Yeah.
to lose my.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's
Yeah.
I probably would have lost it sooner than that.
Yeah. Well, that live music thing helps because you build an evening around that. The ticketed event aside, you can have, we have music, Thursday,
Friday, Saturday.
You actually have
Sunday.
classes for people to
Yeah.
learn how to do charcuterie board, which is an art. Yeah.
Tomorrow, I still have some spots open for that. And we're going to implement different things, something for everyone. Every Wednesday, our goal is to have a wine tasting. We'll pick 1 or 2 different countries. I know next week we have Around the World coming up, so we'll put those on.
You have a wine club too.
We do have a wine club.
You guys go to their website. They have a wine club you can sign up for and have the wine of
A
the month.
lot of people like wine.
A lot of people like wine.
It is
I learned that last night.
Consuming
No,
Flagler
I was like, is
County.
anyone going to drink the Beetlejuice punch? That stuff looked amazing.
Right.
It's sitting right there, and I see it go down slowly, but the wine is like, I see 4 glasses go like this. They're like, we want refills.
And it's hard too because we have cocktails and we don't have liquor.
Mocktails, too,
it's
people that don't drink.
Mocktails for people
right.
who don't drink, but it's fermented alcohol. And the difference, it's just not distilled. It's wine based. Well, no, it still has a good percentage. You might have to use a little extra to feel it, but if you feel wine, you're definitely going to feel it, and it does taste like vodka.
What
do
is the
taste
fruit
like
that you put
tequila.
in there? It's like dry freezed. It is so
The different.
tasty.
I usually
It
like
looks so cool.
dehydrated.
Yeah,
fruit.
oh, okay.
Yeah, I use dehydrated few. It just looks pretty.
It does
It's that
look
aesthetic
beautiful.
thing again.
Yeah.
Making things look pretty.
Yeah, no, it looked great. Like the orange peels yesterday
Yeah.
in there looked, they're good. Strawberries, it does.
And
give
edible
it.
flowers. That little attention to detail, I think, makes the big difference for everything. And that really kind of encompasses the whole Charboozie experience is the detail. Everything was in the detail or the parts of my head. I don't even know where half the stuff came up. It was a lot of wine, I tell you. I didn't drink a lot of wine over the last 4 months.
Riggs didn't help you with that. He's a beer guy too, so
I handle all of the beer tastings that we haven't had yet.
Which we do have a beer
I was going to say,
tasting.
when are we going to have that?
Yeah.
When
Yeah,
are you
we're
gonna
gonna
have
do
that?
one.
You're going to do that? Oh, yeah, you got the
March
hookup.
18th.
It's going to be difficult for me to share with others, but
Are they going to put you in 4D2 on a podcast and have you?
I hope so. I mean,
That would be awesome. Throw you on the couches out front and have that podcast with your 4D
just lean back.
stuff. How do you think the 4D makes you look? Like thinner, younger?
We'll
I don't
let
think we're
everybody else
40,
decide, but
He's tiny.
You guys have a ribbon cutting this week.
Yeah.
yes.
So tell everyone
we
about
get to
that
do
too.
yesterday all over again.
Aren't you excited? Well, we're going to all be there. We're going to be there. It's going to be fun.
I'm most excited about the giant scissors. I assume there'll be giant scissors.
Watch
Will
it
there
come
be?
in there.
I am going to
Not-
step away when that
Not
part
everyone has the
happens.
giant scissors. I will tell you. Sometimes they have the
No.
little red one. You got to be
Right.
careful.
Oh, man.
But the giant scissor makes a picture. So if someone doesn't, I'll have to bring backup because
Yeah.
you've got to hold the giant scissor. This would be fantastic.
I may go full diva if there's not giant scissors. I'm just saying now.
There is giant scissors,
Might
but
wanna
I'm going to
go
have to
rogue.
step away from him.
What time does that start?
It
4:30?
starts at 5
5.
p.m., so we will be offering complimentary charcuterie and complimentary bubbles. And then anybody can purchase any.
You can have the
beer,
bubbles in the
wine,
back,
or a
too?
cocktail or a mocktail.
They have a beautiful patio that people don't know about either. That is just, if you could go out there and it's so cool at nighttime, especially.
Yes.
It's got this great vibe to it.
And we're going to do some work there. So when you did ask about the city of Flagler Beach, they do have a beautification. They have a grant for the business district, which helps with the front or the back, your aesthetics in your front and the back of your locations. So we definitely applied for that grant, and so it was really nice. I didn't even know Flagler Beach had a welcoming committee or anything like that, and I thought that was probably really surprising to me last week, and she was super nice, and hopefully we can create a courtyard out front. And we do already have a little space, but we want maybe like that to continue that inside vibe outside.
And people who haven't been to Flagler Beach, the cool thing about it is all of the businesses there are mom and pop. So, and they all have their own different vibe to everything. It's not, I don't think there's any franchise in there. No franchise restaurants at all in Flagler Beach, which is
there
so cool.
really isn't a restriction on it. I think there was a misconception of what people thought, when it pertains to that, because 7-Eleven's a franchise. Pizza Hut was back on the north side where the winery is, for years. It's not drive-through establishments, not drive-through. So you won't see a McDonald's at the beach. And that's really what it comes down to with franchises. So we have to support the mom and pops because that's what keeps our economy growing in Flagler Beach. And they're starting to do a lot of things.
And you got a local celebrity at your place too.
Yeah, we do.
I mean, everyone loves Riggs.
They do. They do. I love him very much.
I love you back.
I loved his Pac-Man shirt yesterday. That was awesome.
That was an 80s cruise.
Wardrobe is crucial.
You were like Cher. You did have 5 wardrobe changes last night at least.
Did he tell you that, or did you just say that? Because he did say that. I'm going to be like Cher.
Yeah.
No,
I don't think I told her that.
He said that yesterday.
I didn't.
I was like, did he tell you that?
I said I'm going full
He was
Cher.
Mr. Social yesterday, and he was all over the place. Like I said, I sat at this one spot because they're like, "Oh, it's the AC's right here," and it blows in with all those people. I'm like, okay, if I have chest pain or if I start to feel like I'm gonna fall out, I got the air coming in. So I sat there and I was looking at the. The guitar picks in the table and just sitting there chilling and giving out the plates because they were right there with the napkins.
We owe you a little money.
So, well, it was so great to have you guys. I'm so excited to watch your business grow. I've been waiting for this for a really long time to have you guys on just to talk about it. And you guys, I couldn't wish better things for this amazing couple, and their establishment's beautiful. Head over to Charbouzie's this weekend. If you want a little quieter, maybe next weekend with the rate. Actually, Bike Week's for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it starts Friday, in theory.
And get them before you go into spring break, because then it's going to be...
Look out.
You're going to have to open that upstairs. Just hopefully no one falls out of the balcony.
I know, we kind of joke about it. We're like,
I was thinking of insurance purposes. How do you do that? You put a camera on the front of that?
Maybe we just have bungee cords or something.
I was just going to say, some of Riggs' friends might go rogue.
Yeah. I don't want anybody...
We'd have to wheel Nacho in.
have to rappel up the front.
Oh, we're on Main Street?
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be, I don't know. I think people might take refuge like in Flagler Beach. That's what kind of happens is when Bike Week happens, and those who don't participate in Bike Week,
are you going to do any events there or like any specials during Bike Week?
Oh, what are we doing during Bike Week? I don't know if we'll implement any specials for Charboozie.
Yeah.
We do have some of celebrities that are in town, and we're trying to coordinate some surprise pop-up events this next coming week. So we are excited about that.
You should have a signing with Riggs there too. Everyone will come by and get an autograph.
What do I sign? What can I sign?
Any extremity?
He did sign
I don't have a beer.
T-shirt. Somebody did want a T-shirt.
I thought you signed something yesterday too. People ask you all the time. I'm sure.
A check for the beer. We had to pay
signing lots of checks for wine and beer.
That's always a plus. You want to keep them coming.
We had to pay us up so
oh yeah.
They could get us some beers.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming in, and I can't wait to see you this Thursday. Everybody come out to Charbouzie's to watch their ribbon cutting and hang out with us. Hope you guys have a great night.
Thank you.
You too. Thank you.
Bye, guys.